well. But look at this, it's beautiful. I love the autumn, especially at this time when the trees are just shedding their leaves and it's all very, very colorful. Got a bit of sunshine today, but it's covered with a cloud, so it's a bit chilly today, to be fair, and that's why I've got that outfit. I would love to know how old this building is. It's a pub. It's called the Gold Cup, as you can see, and it looks like it's probably one of the oldest buildings around here. We'll try to find the information about it so that I can tell you a bit and give you a bit of background about this. Sorry for the noise, but a bit of background about this pub. It's gone there. Yeah, I think that's a better shot. Yes. So as I said, the channel goes by the name of Ardwicks, and if it's your first time, please do not forget to hit on that like button, subscribe, share with friends and family so that people can get to know what we're doing here in Manchester. Welcome back to our Ardwick and Longside walking vlog in this episode number 3. Today we begin outside the St. Joseph's Roman Catholic Church on Plymouth Grove. This beautiful red brick church was built in between 1914 and 1915, and it was designed by Lothar and Rigby. So the parish here dates back to about 1868, and the current building is Grade 2 listed, protecting its architectural heritage. And now we're going to head down what they call the Plymouth Grove West, where we pass through this home of the Little Sisters of the Poor. That's what they call it. We've just left it behind. Their order has served the elderly poor in Manchester for decades, and this modern building here replaced an earlier home in the 1970s, and this current St. Joseph's opened in the 1980. So the stretch here feels peaceful but carries deep meaning, faith, care and community. A service that is been given to all in the same breath. And as we walk down here, we are passing through what they call the Groves Village. You can sense the character of the neighborhood. It's residential, proper lived in, I would say, and with a real connection to its past. So these are some of the residential buildings, typical that you can find here in the Groves Village. Very quiet again, though we're recording on a Sunday morning and there's hardly no one in the streets, but the weather does not help either. So that building right in front of us would be the wellness and sports facility here in Ardwick, and they call it the Dean Trust Ardwick. But then we're going to walk all the way down Stockport Road and see what it looks like. So let's go, let's continue further down past this building as we explore this area, just to see what else we could find along the way. And I hope you're enjoying the vlog. The name of the channel goes by Hajwe, so be sure to subscribe and leave a comment so that we can come back to you. I would love to know how old this building is. It's a pub. It's called the Gold Cup, as you can see, and it looks like it's probably one of the oldest buildings around here. We'll try to find the information about it so that I can tell you a bit, can give you a bit of background about this. Sorry for the noise, but a bit of background about this pub. Yes, so the Gold Cup pub is on number 60 of the Stockport Road, and it is not just any pub. It was originally a Whitbread house with 2 large rooms around a central bar. In later years, the interior was opened up a bit, and according to camera, the building is historically significant, though there has been uncertainty about its future as a pub. It's a living piece of the social history of this area. So let's continue walking further down. As we continue, as I said before, to explore this area and just to see what it really has to offer. Yeah, all these are residential buildings, and I think further down there is a small shopping center that we're going to see before we head to the other side of the building. I mean, of the neighborhood, and that's where we are coming from. And then just some few meters away, they also have this small shopping center that serves the neighborhood. So this road is called the Stockport Road, and it's the one that would connect Stockport, which is a beautiful neighborhood that I'm yet to do. It would connect it to the town center, straight all the way down. And if you follow this road, it's going to bring you to the university, the Manchester University, and on to the town center. And this is the shopping center. It's a small shopping center, but it does have a few shops that actually serve the community around here, and a couple of takeaways, I think, and also there's a charity shop that we've spotted on the corner. But yes, sufficient for the local community. And if you wanted to buy, if someone wants to buy or to go for a bigger shopping, then they would go to the typical shopping malls or supermarkets, which are bigger, but normally they wouldn't sit within the neighborhoods. And of course, we are in the autumn, so we still have this characteristic golden color of the leaves that are falling from the trees, and very soon it's going to look totally different as the temperatures drop. But look at this. I can't insist more that I love the autumn. I love the autumn colors. I love the climate during the weather during the autumn. but also we when we're living or we're experiencing this type of weather, we know that now the dreaded winter, what I call, is just around the corner. And unfortunately, these colors in a few days to come, they're going to be history. And now we are in the Ardwick Action green space, which is a small park here in Ardwick. We actually saw just a snippet of it in our first ever video here in Ardwick, and the space has completely changed over just a few weeks. It's no longer the green space that we saw, but it's covered with this colorful autumn leaves or colors that are spread all over. You can see from the northern part there, where we have a small mosque that I think is closed because of probably some renovations, and all the way down to the Stockport Road.
This park has changed so quickly in terms of the season. Well, but look at this, it's beautiful. I love the autumn, especially at this time when the trees are just shedding their leaves and it's all very, very colorful. Got a bit of sunshine today, but it's covered with a cloud, so it's a bit chilly today, to be fair, and that's why I've got that outfit.
So, as I was saying, this is more than just a park. It's part of a community-led regeneration. Ardwick Climate Action is a local group transforming the area through greening, biodiversity, and tackling air pollution. They've created what they call stepping stones, around 10 green sites stretching from Ardwick right into the Manchester city centre, and it's a green corridor of wildflower meadows and bird boxes and fruit beds and more.
It It's not very far from where I live, but I'd never been here. And I know there's a friend of mine who used to tell me, come live in Ardwick all the time, because he lives around here. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do this neighborhood and see what it looks like. So it's been a beautiful surprise. There's some areas of Ardwick that I've liked. There are some that have not really caught my eye, but it looks like a quiet, peaceful neighborhood, just like many other neighborhoods here in Manchester. And not just quiet, but literally there's no people in the streets. I don't know, I think also the times that I do record would inform then that we don't have people in the streets. It's a Saturday morning. So sorry, it's a Sunday morning, so people will be in church or in bed. Those who went out last night to party around, they are tired. They're knackered, as we say here, and they will be in their beds getting some rest, and especially because of the weather, it's chilly out here, so why not stay home warm, unless you are Hajways and you like exploring these places no matter how cold it can get. But yes, the cold season is not yet here fully, so very soon it's going to be very, very cold, and all these places are going to look very, very different if we get a chance to revisit them during the deep winter. So possibly my next adventures would be down that way, down that way and in the back. I think if I went that way and turned at the end, turned on the left, we do have one of the biggest hospitals here in Manchester, if not the largest actually, the MRI hospital. So probably I'll just do a walk by, because these are places that I don't really like exploring that much or showing on my videos. Also, not just because of that, but because of safeguarding and privacy. Yeah, but we still have beautiful colors here, autumn colors. And I do love the vibe. I do love the vibe, to be very sincere. Last time we came on Plymouth Grove, which is this lane here, and we saw the Chinese restaurant, which is just next to us here. I'm gonna show you right now. There's some people passing by here, so yeah, which was this one here, but we saw it from the other end, and we saw it from afar. So what I'm going to try and do is probably just walk closer and see that building and see how it looks like from close range. So this is it. I did explain about this video, though I took a shot from afar from that end, so we didn't see it properly, but it looks like a beautiful building which is now hosting a Chinese restaurant, and that's it. So if you live in this neighborhood or close to town and you've heard about this one and you want to come here for a Chinese meal, then this is it, and it's on Plymouth Grove. Yes, so if we go all the way down this street here, we're headed to the university area. So that at the end should be the Manchester, or the University of Manchester. Beautiful. Yeah, and as usual, many buses. I've seen at least 3 or 4 different bus lanes that serve this area, and some of them would go all the way to Stockport. But look at these colors, beautiful. I think I'm gonna try to do a 360 from the bottom here and see how it comes out. So brace for it.
So walking in autumn is magical. the trees are shedding the leaves, and these leaves are covering the grounds in gold, and the air feels crisp. But even more than the season, what stays with
there
me is the sense actually of
I think
renewal.
that's a better shot.
From the old church that we've seen at the beginning to the community and to these hidden pockets of history just waiting to be
Yes.
discovered.
So as I said, the channel goes by the name of Ardwicks, and if it's your first time, please do not forget to hit on that like button, subscribe, share with friends and family so that people can get to know what we're doing here in Manchester, and especially in Ardwicks. And that's my new look, by the way, for those who know me. Yeah, a little bit of change, you know, just like the trees shedding off their leaves.
Thank you for joining me for this episode in our Ardwick and Longside walking vlog. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and drop a comment if you'd like me to explore any other part of Ardwick or Manchester, as I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.